Hey Cowboys Nation! Big moves are happening, and I know you're eager to hear the latest. So, let's dive right into it. Today, we've got a blockbuster update involving one of the NFL's top wide receivers. The Dallas Cowboys are eyeing a major trade that could reshape their offense and take it to another level in 2025. Let's talk about the possibility of landing Davante Adams, the superstar wideout. But before we get into the details, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the Portal Dallas Cowboys news fan, and turn on notifications so you never miss a juicy update like this one. Alright, let's break it down. The Cowboys are looking to bolster their offensive firepower. Last season, CeeDee Lamb had a phenomenal year, but Dak Prescott needs another elite receiver to pair with him. Enter Davante Adams, who's still one of the most dominant playmakers in the league, even at 32 years old. His stats speak for themselves: over 1,000 yards in 6 of the last 7 seasons, a 2-time NFL receiving touchdowns leader, and a 6-time Pro Bowler. The guy is an absolute monster on the field. So, what's the deal? Well, reports suggest the Cowboys could be looking to trade for Adams from the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, we're not talking about sending our entire draft class here. The deal could involve a 3rd-round pick and a 5th-round pick. That's a steal for a player of Adams' caliber. Imagine pairing him with CeeDee Lamb. The Cowboys would have one of the most explosive receiving duos in the NFL. Not to mention, Adams himself has shown respect for Lamb, calling him a top 5 receiver in the league. So, the idea of lining up next to Lamb could be very appealing to him. And let's face it, this trade would elevate Dak Prescott's game, especially after a season where we saw the offense struggle to find consistency. Now, let's talk about what this trade would mean for the Cowboys moving forward. This move could instantly make the offense more dynamic and give Prescott that reliable, game-changing target he's been craving. With Michael Gallup still recovering from his injury and Brandon Cooks not living up to expectations, Davante Adams could be the missing piece to truly put this offense over the top. But, of course, there are obstacles. Adams' contract is worth around $140 million, which is a hefty price tag. But here's the kicker: the Cowboys could free up a ton of cap space this offseason, up to $100 million if they make the right moves. That means the financials might not be as big of an issue as we think. Okay, Cowboys fans, here's the deal. If the Cowboys pull the trigger on this trade and bring in Davante Adams, it's going to completely change the dynamics of the team. Let's be honest here, our offense has been lacking that elite receiver to complement CeeDee Lamb, and Adams is exactly what Dak Prescott needs. I mean, think about it, the guy has been one of the most consistent wide receivers in the NFL for nearly a decade. He's got the experience, the hands, and the route-running ability to make plays when it matters most. Adding him to this offense would give Dak the kind of weapon he's been begging for. Now, I know some of you might be worried about the cost. Adams does come with a hefty contract. But let's not forget, the Cowboys have the cap space to make this happen. If they play their cards right and make the necessary moves this offseason, they could free up over $100 million in cap space. And don't forget, the trade package isn't as steep as some might think: a 3rd-round pick and a 5th-round pick for a player of Adams' caliber. That's a steal. But, of course, there's always the risk of injury or regression with any player, especially someone who's been in the league as long as Adams. However, based on his recent performances, it's clear he's still got plenty left in the tank. The potential to have Adams and Lamb as your 2 top receiving options is mouth-watering. Imagine what that could do for the Cowboys' passing game. Teams would have a nightmare trying to defend them both. And let's not forget about Dak Prescott. This trade could be exactly what he needs to get back to his elite form. He's been inconsistent at times, but with a guy like Adams, it would force him to elevate his game. Adams will catch those tough passes, make plays in clutch moments, and give Dak the confidence to push the ball down the field. So, Cowboys Nation, this trade makes so much sense, right? We've got the cap space, the need for a true number 1 receiver, and the chance to take this offense to another level. I know some of you might be cautious, but this could be the kind of bold move that propels the Cowboys to the next step in their pursuit of a Super Bowl. Let's not waste this opportunity. But I want to hear from you. Do you think Jerry Jones should make this trade for Davante Adams? Or should the Cowboys keep building through the draft and free agency? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's talk about it. This is the kind of decision that could change the future of the Dallas Cowboys. Let me know your take. So, Cowboys Nation, what do you think? Should Jerry Jones pull the trigger on this trade for Davante Adams? Or should the Cowboys explore other options to strengthen the roster? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let's discuss.